All right. In this next lesson, I want us to talk about the perimeter. I want us to talk about the perimeter of a sector. I want us to talk about the perimeter of a sector, where we all know that from the substance itself, the perimeter of a sector, we all know that perimeter is the distance all around. The perimeter is the distance all around of any shape or any object. Now, in this case, we want to talk about sector. So, when we are talking about the perimeter of a sector, we are talking about the distance all around a sector. The distance all around a sector. It is obtained by adding. It is obtained by adding the two radius to the arc length. It is obtained by the two radius to the arc length. That is the sector. That is the most important thing. That perimeter of a sector is given by you add the arc length to the two radius, or you get the arc length plus diameter. Again, why are we talking about two radius, or why are we talking about diameter? Now, let us start with an example so that we can understand better. But in this case, I hope you have an idea that when we talk about a sector, we are saying that a sector is a fraction of a circle, is a fraction of a circle, is a fraction that has been obtained from the main circle, or rather the circumference, So in this case, allow me right and say that perimeter of a sector is given by the arc length, perimeter of a sector is given by the arc length plus radius plus radius again, two radius. Remember, we have talked about 2 radi. We have talked about 2 radi. Radi is plural. Radi is plural. When it's one, it's a radius. So the perimeter of a sector, we are talking about the arc length plus the 2 radi. Let us have an example. Example 1. Example 1. Let us have our example of a sector. This one is 81 degrees, and this one is 42 centimeters. So in this case, first of all, we must obtain the arc length. How do we get the arc length? In our previous lesson, we said that we get the arc length by, first of all, getting it in form of pi over 360 multiplied by theta over 360 multiplied by pi times the diameter. So in this case, I want us to revisit the same and say that now, if we want to get the arc length of this sector will be given by pi all over 360 degrees multiplied by pi. I mean, this one, sorry. I have problem of theta and pi. This is theta all over 360 multiplied by pi times the diameter. Why? This one, when we get the arc length, we are talking about distance AB. Distance AB will be given by this one. Now, suppose we have a point here, C. We are saying that to get the perimeter, we have to add ABC. How do we get ABC? So, perimeter of this sector will be given by, suppose we have, for example, from point C, we have point CA plus AB plus BC. We have point CA plus AB plus BC. Now, distance AB is the arc length. Distance AB is the arc length. Distance AB is the arc length. Then distance CA is a radius. Distance CA is a radius. And then distance BC. Distance BC is also a radius. Distance BC is also a radius. Distance BC is also a radius. So in this case, if we want to get the perimeter of the sector, we will first of all get distance AB, which is the arc length, then plus the two radii or the two radius or the diameter for those who are understanding it easily. Now, let us solve our problem here. Let us solve this problem. Solve this problem, we are going to have to get the arc length first. We are going to have to solve the arc length. The arc length, in this case, the theta over 360 will be given by 81 all over 360 degrees multiplied by pi, then multiplied by, or let me use 22 over 7 because we have a number that can be divided easily by 7. So we're going to have multiplied by the diameter. What is the diameter? The radius is 42. Radius is 42 in this case. Radius here is 42. So diameter is 84. You multiply 42 multiplied by 2 because diameter is twice the radius, or radius is half the diameter. So in this case, you're going to have 81 over 360 multiplied by 22 over 7, then multiplied by 84. This way, we get the arc length. Then from here, how do we solve it? We're going to have by 7, 1, by 7, 1, 2. So when we multiply, we are going to have something like, we are going to have, to get the value here, then we add this one. When we get the arc length here, we are going to add two radius. Radius 1, which is distance CA, 42 plus 42. You're going to add distance CA and distance BC. Distance CA and distance BC, which is 42 plus 42. When you add everything, you are going to have the answer as 143.3. We are going to have 143.3. You can also get it or arc length. This is the arc length. This is so the perimeter of the sector. The perimeter of the sector is given by 143.3. Then when we talk about the other way we can solve it, we can solve by arguing it this way. Where we get the perimeter of the sector, to be given by arc length, plus diameter. Where arc length we agreed is given by 81 all over 360. Degrees here, multiplied by pi, 22 all over 7. Then the length we are talking about here, the arc length, we are talking about the diameter, which is 84 plus 84. When you calculate, you are going to get the value as 143.3. So the perimeter of the sector, you get the arc length, you add the two radii. The two radii is equals to diameter. So when you add the arc length, plus the diameter, you also get the perimeter of the sector. Let us have example 2. Example 2 of the same. We are going to have example 2 of the same. We will have something like this. Then we have 21 centimeters. We have 21 centimeters. Again, in this case, we must first of all get the arc length, the length of the arc AB, the length of the arc AB. Or let me use it this way. Let me start from A. Let this one be B and this one be C. So you're going to have A, B, C. Arc length, arc length, arc length is given by length BC. Arc length is given by length BC. Arc length is given by the length BC. And how do we get the length of the BC? We agreed that an arc is a fraction. That an arc is a fraction of the circumference. An arc is a fraction of the circumference. So we must first of all get the fraction of the circumference. The fraction of the circumference in this case is BC. That is the length. How do we obtain the value of the length? We are going to have, in this case, we agree that because it's a fraction of the circumference, we are not going to use the angle. Why? It is not given. What is given here is a semicircle. Not a semicircle, but a quarter circle, So we are going to have what? We are going to have, the circumference will be given by 22 all over 7 multiplied by the diameter. This one is going to be 1. This one is going to be 6. This one is going to be 6. Then from there, we are going to have what? We are going to have 22 multiplied by 6, which is 12, and 1, 12, 32. 132 centimeters. This one is the circumference. But now we are saying that an arc length is a fraction of the circumference. An arc length is a fraction of the circumference. So arc length here, we are going to have a quarter of the circumference. A quarter of the circumference. When you get a quarter of the circumference, then you add. When you get the quarter of the circumference, let's first of all solve this by 4, 1, by 4, 3 because of 12, then we have 1, again 3. So the arc length is 33 centimeters. The arc length is 33 centimeters. Arc length is 33 centimeters. And we agreed that the perimeter of a sector will be given by arc length. Perimeter of a sector will be given by arc length plus the 2 radii, or the 2 radius. So we are going to have 33 centimeters plus radius 1 is 21 centimeters plus radius 2, 21 centimeters. So now the total perimeter is going to stand at 75 centimeters. The total perimeter is going to stand at 75 centimeters. So we agreed that an arc is a fraction of the circumference. The fraction here is given by a quarter, because this one is a quarter circle. So that is how we obtain the arc length. Then again, we have another example, the third and the last example in this section. We have example 3. Let's do example 3 here. Example 3 is given by, this one is standing at 60 degrees, is 17.5 centimeters. So to get the perimeter of the sector, we are going to get the arc length. We multiply by the diameter, which is 35 centimeters, plus 2 radii. 2 radii is going to be 17.5 plus 17.5, which is going to be, when you work out, this one is 6, this is 6. Then when you work it out, you are going to get the answer as 50. You're going to get the answer as 53.3. 53.3 centimeters. 53.3 centimeters. That way you get the perimeter of a sector. That way you learn how to get the perimeter of a sector. You learn how to get the perimeter of a sector. I hope you have followed. I hope you have understood. And join as we go to the next area, as we are going to learn about, we are going to be learning about the area of the sector now. We move from the perimeter. We remember we started the measurement. We talked about the circumference. Then we went to arc length. We now have solved the perimeter of the sector. Now I want us to go to the next, where we are going to be talking about the area of a sector. We are talking about the area of a sector. Thank you very much. Let us meet in the next lesson.